Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Noah. I'm a Cuban living in Romania, and today I want to share with you something a little bit more personal. How is that living in Romania has completely changed my life. So please grab a cup of coffee or tea and let's dive into it. Living abroad, especially in a place so different from where I grew up, has made me grow as a person and has given me a lot of independence and taught me how to solve problems creatively, especially in moments where I don't have my family around or familiar comfort. And I mean, I have my husband here and of course he's my family, but I used to rely on my mother most of the time to help me solve my issues. And here my mother is very far, living in another country, and I have to solve my issues on my own. Like a big girl. I mean, I'm 26, I'm an adult, but the way of living in Cuba is very different from the way of living here, because people usually live with their parents and they're always there to guide you. Even if you're 36, it doesn't matter. For them, you'll always be their little girl. So I have learned to adapt, to change, and to embrace uncertainty. It also has made me value my roots more. I feel more connected to my Cuban identity than ever, but at the same time, Romania has become a part of who I am too. And I think that's amazing. Another thing that has changed my life here in Romania is my job. Back in Cuba, I studied music and I also worked as a singer, and that was my biggest passion and my biggest dream. Here, I have found other passions too, like YouTube, for example. Ever since I started making videos, I feel good. And I'm always thinking about what I'm gonna do next, and I always want to get better. But that's in terms of a hobby, because this is a hobby for me, of course. I used to perform for a living, and I have never thought of working as a performer here for many factors. The first one is that I still don't speak the language, and although there are lots of people who speak English or Spanish, I don't think that's enough to work in the music industry. Second, I have never found a job as a singer, maybe because I don't know where to look. And third point, I need stability. I came to this country with the mindset that I will work in whatever I have to, because my goal in life is to enjoy life like I could never do in Cuba. And of course, that requires a lot of hard work, but at the end of the day, you can see the results. Working in customer service is something that I did see myself doing ever since I got here, because I speak English and Spanish, and there are a lot of job offers for these languages in many companies. So this was the kind of job that I wanted to have. I was looking for a full remote job that could allow me to do other things at the same time, like my hobbies, and I got a hybrid one. But this one gives me all the time that I need, so it's more than okay. So in terms of jobs, it's very different, and I believe my life has changed completely, but I am so thankful with what I have and for being where I am in life. Another thing that has changed in my life is the music that I listen to. I won't lie, I have always listened to a very wide range of musical genres, but ever since I live here, I feel more connected with Cuban and Latin music in general. Most of the music that I listened to while I lived there was in English. And after living here, most of the music that I listen to is in Spanish or in Latin rhythms. And it is not that I rejected Latin music before, but I didn't find any artists that make me want to dive in more in those genres and make me feel things, because I'm kind of a freak. I only listen to music that makes me feel things, and if I don't feel anything with it, I don't like it. I could talk about music all day because this is my biggest passion, but I don't want to bore you with this. If you would like to get to know a bit more about my favorite Cuban musicians, please let me know, and I would be happy to make a video talking about amazing artists who deserve to be known worldwide. One thing is true, I don't listen to any reparto, which is an urban Cuban genre, loved for many, hated for many others, including me. And it is not like I listened to it before, but after living here, I can say that reparto is the equivalent of manele. They have a lot of similarities, and I only compare it so that you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm not the biggest fan of manele, unfortunately, but I do like 2 or 3 songs that I have listened to, and I do like traditional Romanian music, and I think it's very beautiful, and it's complex too. From the singing to the musical execution, it's not a very easy genre to play, and it requires a lot of skill. Also, just to finish with the music subject, I never thought coming to Romania would mean that I would go out to a bar, the ones close to the old town in Bucharest, and most of the music is reggaeton. And people know the lyrics in Spanish, from artists like Daddy Yankee, J Balvin, Maluma, and other names that I actually don't know. That surprised me so much, because I had another vision in my mind about Romanians partying, and you guys are full of surprises. So let's talk about food. Since moving to Romania, my relationship with food has changed in ways I never expected. I've tried things that I didn't know before. Back in Cuba, I was used to certain flavors and dishes, but here I have discovered an entirely new culinary world. Traditional Romanian foods like sarmale, goulash, or I don't know, like that, goulash, slanina has become part of my regular diet, and I have learned to appreciate them. Not only have I expanded my palate, but I have also adopted a slower and more mindful approach to meals. Of course, my favorite will always be the meat. I totally adore them, and if I ever leave Romania, I need them in my life. Another thing that surprised me is how similar the flavors are from Romanian food to the Cuban food. It could be maybe the ingredients, like we use a lot of onions, garlics, and red peppers, and you guys use it too, and it kind of gives a similar taste. Still, I don't get used to not having certain things, fruits like guava, mamey, mamoncillos, the very big and juicy avocados, and the mangoes. I also miss the fried plantain. It is not the same kind as the one you eat as a fruit like bananas, but the taste is delicious. Also, the plantain that is not sweet, because we make tostones and mariquitas. The yuca, I miss yuca so much. Also, the cumin, I don't know. Here, it doesn't smell the same, and it does not taste the same than in Cuba or in Spain. Because I bought one there and I brought it here, and I was so happy to have it, but then when it was finished, I could not find it here. So I'm still trying to adapt to cook in a different way because I'm tired of the Cuban food. And finding similar ingredients here is not easy. We managed to find black beans, but like the real black beans in the market called Obor market, but I didn't see it in the last time that I was there. But the tomatoes, the apples, the grapes that I've tried here are the best, and I'm talking about the ones you buy directly from the locals who grow them, because their taste is like 3,000 times better than the ones you can find in any market. Just to finish with the food, I still have a lot to say, but someone became lactose intolerant after coming to Romania. Maybe I always was, but I didn't know, because it is not very easy to get milk or anything that comes from milk in Cuba, and I had no way of knowing that. But here, Romanians have such an amazing cheese and something called smântână. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. Please correct me in the comments. I will be happy to learn. And they have many sour creams that I adore and I can't have very often. I feel like I still have a lot to say about Romanian food. I forgot to mention actually the beer. Romania has amazing beer. I love Ursus, Ciucaș, Timișoreana. Well, basically, I love beer. And I love the sizes of the can. You see, in Spain, all the cans are small. But here, all of the cans have the size of my face, and I love it. Also, the palinka. Damn, that is a strong drink. And I'm not the biggest fan of strong drinks anymore, but I really like it. Another major way my life has changed since moving to Romania is how much easier it is to travel, both within the country and around Europe. Romania's location puts so many incredible destinations within reach, and I can hop on a short flight or train and find myself in places like Budapest, Vienna, or even Greece in just a few hours. Even within Romania, I have discovered how easy it is to explore the country's diverse landscapes, from the Carpathian Mountains to the Black Sea. Traveling has become more accessible, and I've had the chance to experience so many different cultures, landscapes, and cities that I never thought I'd visit. It's opened up a whole new world of adventures and exploration. Last year, this same time of the year, my husband and I went to Spain to visit some of my family members, and we went by car. We went through Hungary, Slovenia, Italy, and France, and how easy it was after we passed the border with Hungary. It's something that I had never experienced before, and that I certainly could not do while I lived in Cuba. Traveling in Cuba is not as easy as here. Traveling within the country is a little bit better than traveling abroad. You have buses that can take you to other provinces or trains, but the trains take a lot because they're not fast and they're very old. But in general, it's very expensive. Now, traveling abroad is nearly impossible because we need a visa to go anywhere, and it is not likely that they will grant you the visa at all. But let's assume you get the visa. The plane ticket to Europe, it's around 1,000 euros. It is not an easy amount to make in Cuba. And that's only the cost of the plane ticket. So it is complicated. Here, now, Romania has joined the Schengen area, and I hope that soon it will be easy to get to other countries in Europe by land. But for 100 euros and even less, you can get a cheap plane ticket and be anywhere in Europe. And that's awesome. And that's something I always dream of being able to do. And of course, Romania has granted me the possibility of doing so. In conclusion, Moving to Romania has truly transformed my life in ways that I never imagined. Romania has changed me, shaped me, and has given me opportunities for personal growth, and I feel more connected to the world around me. And every day here continues to be a learning experience. Whether it is through the food I eat, the people that I've met, or the places that I have explored, Romania has become more than just a country. It has become a part of who I am and my home. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That will be all for now, so bye bye.